Namaskar. Welcome, friends, to this new series of astrology. In this series, I will be discussing about all the 9 planets in all the 12 houses in all the 12 zodiac signs. So, today we are going to start with Aries Ascendant. Aries Ascendant and Sun in Lagna. So, we will discuss Surya in the first house. What are the results and what are the effects if you have Sun in the Ascendant, specifically for Aries Ascendant? So here we have a North Indian style chart, Sun in Aries. Sun in Aries is definitely exalted here. It is very powerful. We know that. We all know that this is an exalted Sun. A very powerful Sun in a very powerful sign. The first sign of Kala Purusha, the primordial chart, the original chart, which starts with the Aries. So this makes it a very, very important chart. The effect of this Sun is marvelous many a times because this is exalted. Mind it is not only first house that I will discuss, it is also many other zodiac signs, the entire 12 zodiac signs we will be taking up. But Aries has some peculiarities. Aries is the exaltation sign of Sun. So the Sun is very powerful. Sun is very blazing. It has a lot of energy. Now Sun, as we know, is the planet of creation. It is also the Atma Karaka, which is the significator of soul. So the person's soul becomes very, very, very strong here. The person has a lot of force. The person has a lot of energy. And most importantly, the person is fortunate. The person has good luck. Now, why I say good luck? One very simple reason for that is that Sun is a major significator of the 9th house. And it is in a very good position from the 9th house. It is in 5th position from the 9th house. So past life karmic efflux, which we call Rinanu Bandhan, they have given the individual an opportunity, a very big opportunity, to have name, to have fame, to have success, to have glory in this life. Although this Sun is very good with a lot of good things in the Ascendant, but then not everything too sweet is too good. Now Sun is in the first house in Aries. It is in the 9th position from its own sign. Now what does 9th give? The natural 9th house relates to fortune, good luck. Although the 9th house also represents father. So the person is definitely born with huge luck in a respectable family. Even the forefathers, the father, the parents, the forefathers of the person, the native, will belong to a higher class in the society. Now, since the person will belong to a higher class, the person himself will also be more successful than his forefathers. He will be a Kuldeepak, like the lamp of the family, enlightening everything around him. But this also makes the individual egoistic, because Sun is fire, Sun is creativity, Sun is soul, and there is so much of good things around the individual himself, because Sun is 9th from 5th and 5th from 9th, being the significator of 9th and being the lord of the natural 5th house in Aries Ascendant. It becomes the natural lord of 5th house from Leo, the Leo sign. It's falling in the 5th house. So this is giving a native a lot of boost in life, a lot of morale. So success, high ranking, high position, all this will come. But there will be side effects. The side effects will be in the form that there may be many a times issues pertaining to family, issues pertaining to finances, issues pertaining to marital bliss, marital happiness, and issues pertaining to children. We will talk about this step by step for every single characteristic. First of all, why it's not so very good for marital bliss or happiness from spouse or happiness of spouse. The exalted sun in the ascendant is very good for the native, makes the native high ranked. So the native himself lacks the tendency to take orders from others. And trust me, and as we know that marriage is a very, it's a grand mechanism where both try to make the ends meet. The happiness has to evolve from, they both have to be hand in hand basically. But if one is egoistic, one is of a mind not able to accept the perspective of others, not able to take advice of others, then it becomes a huge problem, specifically in marriage. Also to note here is that the sign in the 7th house for sun is its debilitation sign. So person with Aries ascendant and sun in the ascendant will never ever accept to bow down. If let's say if a situation comes where the person has to bow down, or where person has to kind of step back, not even bow down, let's say step back in their marriage, then the person is not very cooperative, which creates a lot of issues in the marriage. Now family is also disturbed. Why? Because it is 12th of 2nd. So the family life has challenges. There are challenges in life pertaining to finances. At some point, not all the time, at some point in life, the person has to face challenges pertaining to finances. Regarding sibling, which are also family, by the concept of bhavat bhavaha, second to second, siblings also become family. And sun is in 11th position from the 3rd house, and 3rd house is 3rd from the sun. So siblings are also supportive for such person, and there is a sense of superiority in the individual himself. Pertaining to house matters of property, this is a very good position for sun. Such a person will be owner of lands, owner of properties, because it is in 10th position from the 4th, and 4th house is 4th house from the 1st. So the position is good. There will be happiness from the mother. From 5th, it is 9th, and from 9th, it is 5th. Now please mind it, the 5th house is Leo sign, and it is its own sign. So there is gain of knowledge. The person has knowledge. The person has acquired good knowledge, be it theoretical or practical. There is knowledge in the person. We are not talking about wisdom, because sun is not the significator of wisdom, that is Jupiter. The person has knowledge, and he has high level seniority as well. The person has seniority, the person comes from an affluent family, the person has a lot of radiance over their face. A lot of people feel that vibe. That is very important here. But because sun becomes the lord of the 5th house himself, the person is, the 5th house representing the progeny itself has gone to the ascendant. So the ascendant has acquired the attributes of a progeny himself. So in this case, the probability of female child will be more. And if there is male children, especially for Aries ascendant sun, please, we are talking about Aries ascendant sun only. Sun in Aries. We will talk about sun in Taurus, sun in Gemini in the 1st house, sun in Cancer in the 1st house. Gradually, we will take up all the 9 planets in 9 different signs in the ascendant itself. So gain of male progeny becomes an issue. If there is male progeny, then happiness from the male progeny is somewhat questionable. From sixth house, which is the house of struggles, competitions, litigations, enemies, the sun is sitting in 8th, and from 8th it is 6th. So there is a negative, charge building up for the 6th house as well as the 8th house. So such a person will definitely have enemies. The person will make enemies very easily. Plus, specifically if the person is related to authorities, let's say the person is doing a service with the authorities, with the government, or the person has a private thing going on, but it also relates to somehow government or authorities, then in that case the person having sun in Aries ascendant will have to face some kind of litigation in their life. There may be issues of health pertaining to heat in body. Now when we are talking about heat, we are talking about blood pressure, we are talking about aggression, issues related to aggression, we are talking about fever, we are talking about stomach, heat in stomach, troubles related to the stomach. We are also talking about heart, and we are also talking about things like acidity and all. So such a person may have these kind of issues, but for deeper analysis we have to go into the realm of medical astrology for that. So we are doing a general observation of sun in Aries in the ascendant, not the medical aspect of it, but these are the few of the possibilities. Then it is in, now let's talk about the 7th. The relationship with the 7th is very specific because 7th house is Libra, which is the debilitation sign of sun. So definitely it is 1-7 relationship with the 7th. So the person gets married at a right age. It's not a very huge problem for the person to get married. But what is the challenging part of this is that the person, it has a specific thing, that there are many challenges in the marriage. So if you have sun in the ascendant, specifically in Aries, and even otherwise, let's take out the Aries, even for most of the ascendants, sun in ascendant makes it a challenge to keep a marriage very happy, very smooth. It makes it a little bit of a challenge. Then as we know, we were talking about the houses. Now sun in ascendant is in 6th position from the 8th, and 8th from the 6th. So in matters pertaining to ancestral inheritance, in matters related to let's say stocks, many people consider stocks, the relationship of stocks, trading from the 8th house, unforeseen troubles from the 8th house. So this all these become very problematic for the person. So if there is trouble from the authority, if there is trouble in matters of ancestral property, although the sun is exalted here, the person will be able to achieve what he wants. But there may be some matters which may be, which may hinder success, which may trouble the native. Now from 9th it is 5th, and from 5th it is 9th. We have already taken up that the person will be like a perceptor. The 9th house is also father, so the person will be his own father from a very early age. The person will be not open to take advices. One thing is there, because the person will have a higher level of intellect himself, but he will also be able to meet and get guidance from higher level of people will be in touch with such a person. From 10th it is 4th, from 4th it is 10th. 10th house is also considered for father, for career, for public image. So the public image will be just as like radiant as a sun, but too much of sun is unbearable. So there will be people who may not agree to the views of such person. In a nutshell, there will be a lot of opposition also coming for that, this kind of a person with Sun in the Ascendant. So the Sun in the Ascendant people with Sun in the Ascendant will have to face a lot of opposition and criticism. From 11th, it is 3rd, and from 3rd, it is 11th. The person will make his own fortune, will have good income. Although from 2nd, it is 12th, so some matters of finances will be of consideration. But the person will be able to achieve great success in his life, in his or her life. From 12th, it is 2nd. Now this is very specific. This is very, very, very important here. From 12th, it is 2nd, and from 2nd, it is 12th. So the family becomes the 12th, which shows an exteriority, external force, external relationship. And from 12th, it is 2nd. So this kind of an individual may consider a lot of other people outside of the family as his own family. So let me put it simply for you, that he may consider friends as family, that you are my brother or you are my sister, who are friends, who may be not in blood relationship. And there is one very particular point as well. The enemy of the Sun, Venus, also gets exalted in the 12th house. So external relationships other than spouse are also possible. Not imminent, but possible. But then again, this is not the entirety of everything. Sun in Ascendant can give you a lot of different results depending upon the zodiac sign of the Ascendant. But in Aries, these are the expected results. So in the next video, we will be discussing another planets in the 1st house. Namaskar. Thank you. If you liked my video, kindly put in your comments in the chat box and follow my channel so you can get the latest videos and updates